As of the December 19th, India has officially recorded more than 10 million cases of COVID-19, putting it third in the world behind the US and Brazil. But India is on track to overtake them both. At some point, unless things are really changed at course, India will have more cases than any other place in the world. With a population of 1.3 billion, there is a lot of room for exponential growth. The message should be clear. Whose generation now living through the COVID-19 pandemic? Effective vaccines do their job. They prevented or severely decreased the possibility of infection. But for all the energy being poured into some of the first vaccine and development to date, there is no reason to believe that the work will be compromised. Drug companies and regulatory agencies have been following all the right rules. The exception to last year's vaccines, which President Putin insisted should skip the final trials and go straight to massive productions, even though it had only been tested on 40 people. But the medicine communities quickly raised the red flag, showing its independence and commitment to scientifically ethical standards. Preliminary results from clinical trials suggested that vaccine, a product of the collaboration between Pfizer and BioNTech, might be 90% effective at preventing COVID-19 symptoms, level that places a new discovery among the world's most reliable vaccines. More information through the independent review is still needed, but the trial for this vaccine unloaded a large, ethically and racially diverse pool of subjects and has so far turned up no serious safety concerns. If the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, authorized the expanding use of the vaccine in December, it would occur 11 months after the coronavirus was first identified, 3 years faster than any other vaccine that has ever been developed. A vaccine wouldn't make the virus disappear, especially if it holds only 60–95% efficacy range that health officials are hoping for. But it will be instrumental in reversing the economic decline, saving lives, and getting the country back on their feet. When the US comes forward with scientifically sound, FDA-approved vaccine that's been produced with the highest level of transparency, it's up to people to accept it, and for the good of the nation that should. Gaps in India's welfare system meant millions of internal migrant workers couldn't get government welfare payment or food. Hundreds died, and many more burned through the savings that have built up over years of work. Now, with India's economy reopening even as the virus shows no sign of slowing, economists are worried about how fast India can recover. Welfare is administered at a state level in India. Migrant workers are ineligible for benefits like food rations anywhere other than in their home state. With no food or money, and with train and bus travel suspended, migrants had no choice but to immediately set off on foot for their villages, some hundreds of miles away. Something that caught everyone by surprise is how large our migrant labor force is and how they fall between all the cracks and the social safety network. The truth is, India needs migrations very badly as a source of dynamism and an escalator for little people to get out of poverty. But if you want to get that income improvement for the poor back, you need to make sure the social safety net works better for them. As the US struggle with COVID-19, people across countries are using Twitter to point out the absurdity of receiving results so still they seem pointless. Testing is crucial to contaminant, but it's only very useful when results are available in a day or two. Early in the pandemic, the COVID-19 test was sent from the hospital to the public labs that served as the first line of defense in an outbreak. But those are the small operation, and the commercial labs soon jumped on to take some of the lab. Trained lab personnel and testing machine has been a game of whack-a-mole. US labs are not set up to easily correlate, making it hard to predict the next bottleneck. It's extraordinary uncoordinated. They completely left it up to the open market. When we talk about the public health, that's not something they leave to the forces of the free market. For each person, it's really literally just washing their hands with soap and putting on mask. It seems like small things, but it changes the world of we can understand the science behind it and teach it at least one other person's. We are changing the world, and the world is changing because of our participation in this conversation. If we understand the idea that worth spreading and spread that to at least one person on average, the idea will catch a fire and become the new norms for the society. Putting the mask, the virus will be gone. The people understood the logic and then understand the epidemiology and they did whatever we can to get three quarters of people masks as quickly as possible.